What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. Now I'm about to show you something that's going to blow your mind, and this has to do with yesterday's episode. If I told you that what we needed was a military style, um, what is it? A military style type of, uh, here, let me just kind of, military style campaign for a fundamental economic transition. Would you agree with me if I said that's what we needed? Let me repeat that again. Would you agree with me if I told you that we need a military style campaign to introduce a fundamental economic transition? Would you agree with me if I asked you that? The answer is heck no. You know why? Because what we just discussed yesterday was why leaders weren't talking against the measures being used in Canada or Australia, but instead they're advocating for it. And when you look at this COP26 event, where a majority of world leaders are gathering together, I don't even care that they're going in their private jets. People can get caught up with that, but this is more than just climate change. This is about getting every single nation to agree on what the next 10, 20, whatever, how many years will look like. This is about changing society. This isn't about they're worried about the climate. This is about getting every nation in order and making the globe, the world, come together as one entity instead of separate countries, separate nations. And yeah, they discuss, hypocrisy over the fuel that's being used on the planes. That's not my point here. But my point is this: listen and weep as you watch this because it's astonishing. So, friends, listen and weep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my plea today is for countries to come together to create the environment that enables every sector of industry to take the action required. We know this will take trillions, not billions of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector.
Wow.
With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
Wow. I mean, if that doesn't leave you in shock, I don't know what does. Here, and I'm going to play this last part right here.
Its sector. With trillions, here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal.
Trillions of dollars, okay? They need trillions of dollars to get this done, and they need a vast military style campaign.
Far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
I hope you guys did a lot of weeping during that episode because, oh my word. Like, where have we gotten? I understand that people are standing up for their rights. But people need to see when they're standing up for their rights, they need to know exactly what they're standing up for. Because it can't just be without a purpose, right? You have to understand. Don't get distracted by the sideshows, by these, big hooplas that distract what's going on. But actually get to the root issue. Because if people stand against the root issue, then all this is exposed. Now we see here one of the issues, right, that people are getting carried away with is, tax the rich. And tax the rich is code for get rid of the middle and lower class. That's what it means. Close the small businesses of the middle class. Okay, and here it says, what we need, and I agree with the statement, politicians are about to embark on a bit of an expensive theater to give the impression they can address inequality through increasing taxes on the ultra rich. But this will fail. What we need are policies that promote small business or small businesses. Small businesses provide choice, and choice is freedom. Freedom to live as you wish, and options and freedom on how you shape your future. And listen to this next statement, because this is literally what COP26 is promoting, is the World Economic Forum idea and agenda by 2030. That's what it's promoting. And the Prince right here of Wales, Prince Charles who's also the Prince of Wales, I think. He's advocating for that. And here, freedom stands in total opposition to the World Economic Forum idea that by 2030 you'll own nothing and be happy. This is why I keep reiterating, if we stand on the root issues, this everything, if people understand the root causes and the real situation at hand, then they stand with a purpose. And they don't get sidetracked by, taxing the rich, because the rich will stay rich because they'll create policies that don't affect them. Do you see what's happening? Billionaires have seen a 70% increase in their wealth from nearly 3 trillion to almost 5 trillion. It's not going to affect them. That bill will affect the middle class. And it's a ploy. That's what it is. It's a ploy. And here it says, first, these taxes will not stay on the super rich. They will morph into a system that works its way downward to the upper middle class. Second, the super rich will avoid such a tax like the plague and shape any legislation to avoid affecting them. Now, this is obviously sarcasm here. Pigs will likely sprout wings and fly before anything gets done to address the true causes behind inequality. Tomorrow, politicians will be off on another tangent. It's not even politicians. And this is why I say the true cause behind inequality, if you get to the root issue of things and people understand those, then this becomes a revolution. It's not, don't get distracted by all this. COP26 it's designed to be a vast military-style campaign with trillions at its disposal in order to force fundamental economic transition when it comes to the environment. It's not my words. It's not me. I asked you in the beginning, would you agree with me if I said a statement like that? And I'm for viewers of this channel, the subscribers to this channel would have an emphatic no. I'll play it one more time.
Marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at a campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
And he said it goes far beyond all the world's leaders. So they want to get everyone united together is what I'm hearing. That this is a collective cause. And folks, I'm telling you, nothing smells good from this. Nothing. People need to understand that this is a global effort. Pay attention. Spread this news to other people, because if they understand the root issues, they know what they're standing up against. That's important, not to get sidetracked by these side theaters. If you like this content, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. You guys know I value your input. This is the Digital Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.